Say hi, Willie. Okay, hi guys. So I thought I would come on and do a review of Unfriended. I saw Unfriended yesterday and I am a huge movie fan. I'm a huge horror fan on top of that, and I'm a huge technology person. So the trailer for this movie captured my attention very, very quickly, and I was super excited to see it yesterday. I hate when reviews give spoilers, so I'm not going to be giving any spoilers. You want to be able to watch a review before you go see it without having anything ruined. So, spoiler-free Unfriended movie review, here we go. To begin with, when we saw it, me and my husband were literally the only two people in the theater that we saw it at. The only two people in the theater the entire time. Like, nobody even came in last minute. No. Movie yet.
Going to get us a rest.
We are the only people in the theater right now seeing Unfriended.
And she's trying to get us a rest.
It's not the movie. I did get a little nervous when I saw that we were the only two people. I've never had that happen to where nobody else came in at any point before the movie started or during the movie. I've had it be we're the first two to arrive really close to the movie, and maybe there's only 2 or 3 other people, maybe even just one other person, but never just us. So it was interesting, and it made me a little nervous as to how the movie was going to end up being. I didn't know if that was telling as to how good of a movie it was or not. In my opinion, it was not any kind of indication as to how good the movie was. So like I said, I am a huge horror movie fan. I love Halloween, I love the Scream trilogy. Well, now it's not a trilogy anymore, but the Scream series. I love urban legends and all of those kind of movies. I love horror movies. And I'm a huge technology person. I love technology, so the whole idea behind Unfriended is very intriguing to me. If you haven't seen the trailer, definitely go check it out. I will actually link the trailer in the description box below so you can. And it is, in a nutshell, a whole Skype conversation between this group of friends who have a whole backstory with one of the other people they go to high school with. Basically, one of the people they know at high school died. She committed suicide. A video of her drunk at a party was posted online, and she was very harshly bullied, and that led to her committing suicide. And they actually show video of that as well. The Skype conversation happens on the anniversary of her death. So the whole idea is they start the Skype conversation, they're talking about anything and everything else going on in their lives. I don't think any of them are even thinking in that direction at that point when it first starts. But it has a pretty good set of characters. I know some of the reviews I've watched critiqued the character development. I thought it was actually very good, and it was very interesting how they did it because they didn't just depend on the characters speaking or actions that they do. It was typing. The whole movie happens on one of the characters' laptop screens. So the entire thing, all you're seeing is her laptop screen and what it looks like, what's going on. So she has a bunch of tabs open. They show her searching stuff on the internet. They show what the Skype conversation looks like. They have notifications pop up in the right-hand corner. They show her iMessaging with her boyfriend and all of that kind of stuff. They show her researching stuff and all of that kind of thing is going on the screen during the Skype conversation that is the movie, and I actually thought it was a really intriguing way of doing it. I can see how it would be a little off-putting if you're not that type of person, if that's just not, when you go see a movie, what's gonna keep your interest. If you can't sit at a computer for hours, it's not gonna be for you, because that's basically what it is. You're watching what's going on in the computer screen, and there is obviously a lot going on. There are sections of it that are a little slower than others, but when it picks up really quickly, and a lot of stuff happens. A lot of information gets thrown at you, and there's a lot of very detailed things that come onto the screen that I enjoyed being kind of thrown, because I was through the whole movie trying to figure out who had gotten the dead girl's account to do all of that and who could possibly be doing it, and they try to throw you off, they try to throw you all these different things. The question gets brought up of even who posted the her drunk at a party video, because no one really fessed up to it. It was posted anonymously, and so that discussion of who everybody thinks did it is going on, and there's a lot of detail thrown at you and a lot of backstory. So if you love a movie with backstory, you will definitely enjoy it. There was the stereotypical horror movie characters, but I feel like that's just the genre. Like there's certain types of characters that get thrown into these movies, and not every character is gonna break that mold. Not every character is gonna be totally unique and nothing you've seen in a horror movie before. This is definitely not a movie that's gonna make somebody that doesn't like horror movies like them. Definitely not, and it's not gonna make you love technology or find it somehow interesting if you don't already. It's not gonna make you run home and get on the internet if you're not already interested. Things of that sort. It's definitely not a conversion movie, but if you already like all of that stuff, if you already are into horror movies, it's a good little thrill. I truly enjoyed the detail they put into the technology. They were very true to the notification sounds, what the notification looks like, the just use of the technology, and you know, you see her iMessaging, and then even it goes as detailed as you don't just see her type perfectly every time, and that she never erases anything and changes her mind to what she's gonna say. You see her very often type something and then erase it and change what she's gonna say and change her mind, and you learn a lot about her through that. You learn a lot about what's going on through that. The technology of it, I think, was my favorite part, because they were so true to it. I mean, you saw video quality in the Skype boxes were not perfect. It broke. You couldn't always hear what they said. Their eyes were all over at certain points because it had pixelated, and I know that made it feel very real for me, because I know what that stuff is like to use. Me and Andrew Skyped very regularly before we got married because we lived 3 hours apart, and so that was our way of communicating. So I know what it's like to hear Skype open and the noise of it notifying you you're logged on, or that somebody else logged on, or somebody calling you, or hanging up, or what it looks like when the video breaks up and pixelates, or when it goes completely and you see the spinning wheel trying to load it. That became in the movie very creepy and very haunting almost, because you knew after a certain point what that meant. Notifications from a Facebook message popping up on the laptop screen was creepy, and it's very interesting. So I really enjoyed this movie. I think there's definitely an audience for it, especially in this day and age. Am I aging myself if I say that? In this generation, there's an audience for it. There's a lot of people that are going to be interested in that whole idea, and weird stuff starts happening, just all seen through this Skype conference call, and it's intriguing, it's interesting, it's a little challenging as to how we live our lives. And do we live it a little too much online? Is there a little too much use of the anonymity of the internet? And I think there was a very good commentary on the way we live life within all of that, on top of the weird, creepy stuff that ends up happening. So I really loved it. I would encourage you to check it out, at least check out the trailer, see if it's something that catches your interest. I know it did mine, and I really enjoyed it. You'll also notice I created a new intro and got a little creative with my channel name, getting a little more set up here on YouTube. So let me know what you think about them in the comments below, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!